Hey, welcome back to Fix It with Feng Shui Q&A, where I answer your Feng Shui questions. If you have a Feng Shui question about a certain part of your home, a certain part of your life, or just something you need to know about Feng Shui and energy, ask me it. Ask in the comments below. Send me an email, jill@jillfa.com, or DM me on Facebook and Instagram with your question. I'll answer it for you on a future episode. So today's question is something I get asked a lot about, and it's with regards to your stove and range in your kitchen. And this is actually one of the abundance areas in your home, which is why I'm getting asked about it quite a bit. And I don't know if you knew, but there's actually 3 money energy areas in your home. This is one of them. Your front entrance is another one. And then the abundance area based on the Bagwell map is that 3rd energy area. But some people are asking about the stove because they use it for storage, or they don't use it at all, or some say their stove range is not working. So they're wondering how this impacts the energy. Well, it impacts the energy, that is for sure. So this is a money energy area in your home. So there's a few things that you want to know and do in this area. First off, your stove oven, like your oven, should always be as clean as possible. So if you have a self-cleaning oven, when you're done watching this video, go and self-clean it with a specific intention in mind. So like any Feng Shui cure that we do, you always have an intention in mind. So have a money energy, abundance intention in mind when you hit that self-clean. If you don't have a self-cleaning oven, I'm sorry, but find what you're gonna use to clean it and clean it, because we want it as sparkly clean as possible. And so that's the first thing is you want it to be clean. The second thing is if there's some part of it that isn't working, what do you think this does to the energy? Well, it stalls the energy, and we don't want the money and abundance energy stalled in your life. So when you can, get it fixed. Okay, super important to do. The other thing is somebody's like, I don't use my oven at all. What about the other appliances I use? Other appliances, especially like a rice cooker, carry money energy as well, but not in the same way that your oven and range do. So you definitely want to use it in some way. So I recommend at minimum once a week, even just boil some water, do something on your stove in order to get that money energy flowing, okay? So make sure that you're using it, make sure it's clean. And somebody uses it strictly for storage of pots and pans. So I'm like, well, take them out and make something in your oven and range, because we want to get that energy flowing. And if something isn't being used, what do you think the energy is doing? Well, the energy isn't moving. So make sure that you are using it on a regular basis. It also means you're making a meal or making treats. I love to make cookies. You'll see on my Instagram, I'm always making cookies. But that means you're sitting down with people, you're sharing food with people. That's a very abundant practice, right? You are taking care of your energy with the food that you're making. And so it's also just good in that manner too. But you want to make sure that you're using it. You want to make sure it's in good working order. And you want to make sure that you're not just storing stuff in your oven, okay? Because we want that energy flowing. And then you want to make sure it's super clean. The other thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we're using all of our burners equally, okay? Because what happens is we tend to have a favorite burner. Mine is the front right corner. I love that burner. I've loved that burner on every oven and range I've had. I typically don't use the back left corner one, but I'm very conscious of using it because it's distributing wealth around, okay? So start using all the burners equally. Super important to do too. And then the other thing that you want to do in this area, I want you to get started doing in this area, is putting something behind the elements that reflect them. So this can be hanging a mirror above the stove, which I've done before and looks lovely. Or I personally right now have a shiny tea kettle that sits out, and it's doubling the abundance because it reflects the burners, okay? So it looks decor-wise quite lovely. It could also be the thing you boil the water in, so you use the stove and the range, right? But you want to do something to reflect the abundance in this area. If you have a metal backsplash, that's perfect. So a lot of times when I'm consulting a new build, I'll be put either mirrored tile behind or put a metal backsplash, and you've got that shiny thing reflecting the abundance automatically, right? And you don't have to add a cure in. Otherwise, that shiny teapot's important, or a shiny, nice pot is important, or hang the mirror behind. It actually looks really beautiful. I know I always get the what, especially when I'm teaching in-person classes, but it really looks quite beautiful. I've done it in multiple homes. This home in particular right now, I'm just using the shiny teapot on the stove. So you definitely want to add that. When you add it, get on Instagram, share it in your stories and tag me at Gillethier and show me what you've added, or show me do the same on Facebook as well, because I would love to see how you've added this money energy cure. And what you want to do when you add it is you're doing it with the intention in mind of the abundance that you want to attract into your life. Make it specific, make it as if it's already happened, but don't be wishy-washy about it. Like, I just want more abundance. Be specific. What does that mean? What does that look like? It might be something you want to acquire. It might be a certain amount of money in your bank account. It might be a raise you want. Like, be specific with what it is. So when you're cleaning your oven, be specific with your intentions. And when you are placing this money energy cure, be specific with your intentions as well. So the key to this whole thing is this is one of 3 money energy areas in your home, and you definitely want to make sure the energy is flowing. So use all the burners equally. Make sure it's nice and clean all of the time. Make sure that you're not just using for storage, and make sure that you are, focus on the intentions that you want with regards to money when you are utilizing this area. And when there's a stall in money energy flow in your home, clean your oven even if it's clean. It just gives a boost in that energy. And I also want you to wash your front door. Okay, so if money energy is slow, wash your front door with the intention of more money energy coming into your home and life. And then I want you to clean your oven too, even if it's already clean, because we know that this stimulates the energy. And then start looking for how abundance is showing up in your life. Because I will tell you, money, energy, and abundance will show up in your life, but it might not show up exactly how you think. So sometimes it shows up like in an unexpected sale or a discount, or you get a check in the mail that you weren't expecting, or there's a little raise at work that you didn't think, or you found some money in a pocket or a wallet that you didn't know you had, or somebody gives you an unexpected gift. That's all abundance. That's all money energy. And so it doesn't always show up how in your mind you think it's going to show up, but you need to start looking at ways that money and abundance energy show up in your life, because it is coming, and be grateful for that. And then as we do that, like energy attracts like energy, and we start seeing more things that are abundant in our life, and then more abundance shows up. And if you happen to have a hit of intuition, a spark of an idea of how you can increase your abundance, that is your intuitive hit from the universe and from yourself to get going and take actions towards it. Because we can't just do these feng shui cures and go sit on the couch. There's actions that you will need to take, that you need to be aware of, and you need to be open to receiving. So that is how we get the money energy flowing. The stove, oven, range area of your home is super important. Make sure you're cooking something. Tag me in stories. Let me see what feng shui cure you added, whether it was a mirror or a shiny pot or a tea kettle. And let's make sure that you have the abundance that you are looking for in your life, so you can make your dreams a reality. If you have a feng shui question, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next episode.